Yo, more light, everybody. Thank you for tapping in to another episode of Unbiased Opinions. We are your hosts, the spiritual wanderer Suave.
And the fat gaslighter 3.
And then, of course, we got the producer RyRy back in the building.
Thank you.
That's why you gotta get used to me, man. I'm finna
Every episode is a
every
new
episode,
one.
whatever they call me in the comments. So if y'all ever want me to introduce myself as something,
Put it in the comments.
keep going crazy on me in the comments.
It'll be in there for sure. He gonna say it.
I'm gonna run them off.
And sometimes I don't even be seeing it. So
What? I'll be getting manhandled.
they be ready with the
Man,
with the quickness.
I feel like at this point they like weekly they just waiting for reels to tear me up on.
Oh man.
He be like, here go another stupid take by this nigga.
One more. Hey, but they be loving it. We getting traction over there.
A lot of it too.
Yeah, so if you guys are tapping in, please share this video, like this video, and all that stuff. I got to do the little promotion real quick, just because. Help us out. We would very much appreciate it. But I was gonna talk to you because I know we got a couple of stuff we want to talk to each other about as far as like conversation before we dive into this. But the one I was gonna talk to you about was with friendship. Basically, I have a friend that every time, basically it's kind of what we was talking about before. They excuse everything off, all their behavior off as like, it's because I'm going through this.
Mm-hmm.
I've been taking these pills and it's making me act like this. I've been doing this and it's been making me act like this. But every time we chilling, it's always low energy. Like it's always something that they like dragging the room down.
Uh-huh.
So eventually, you're gonna want to try to help out. It's like I'm trying to reach out and like, hey, all right, well, you must, if you keep talking about it, you must want some advice or something. Like I let you vent. You're always venting. So what's after venting? Like now you want help, right? So I was like, put my little advice in, and they get mad and they start excusing it off as, well, you don't know, you ain't been there, you can't relate, like you'll never get it and that type of stuff. And it's like, where do we go from here?
I quit.
Yeah, like,
Bro, I have like painfully came to terms with like letting people sit in whatever they have to sit in.
Really?
Yeah, man. And I guess it can come off like a friend that don't care. But a lot of times people don't really want help.
They just want you to like listen.
Yeah. And one of my homegirls made this post on Facebook and it was like every time I call and I need an ear, somebody always trying to like, they want to tell me their same story.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, I don't need that. I want you to shut up and listen. And I really had to sit on that because I was like, damn, I do that. But I do it so that the person don't feel alone.
Yeah.
And whatever they're going through, right? I'm going to listen to the whole story. And I'm going to give you a situation in which I was in your position. And this is what I did. Or, something like that.
I agree. I think that's a good way to help people.
So did I.
Yeah.
So did I. Here I am looking at a post where somebody's flat out saying, I hate when people do this.
I saw that too. Yeah, I saw that on Facebook.
Like, whoa. Because I do it.
Yeah.
So, bro, now I'm in my own head. I'm like, dang, bro, has this been a problem?
I never thought it. Is it a problem though? Do you view that as a problem? Like just trying to, because I mean, it's a relate. It's not.
What do you want?
Yeah. And
that for real, that's how you got to come into a lot of conversations before you even like start diving into them.
Where we going with it?
I'm going to listen, right? But like, what do you want? What is it that you're looking for when you come? Like, you finna talk to me about whatever you're going through.
Yeah.
Or after you hear the story, you get the story from them, and you're like, okay, what are you looking for from this conversation? But don't that also sound like a dick?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like, what the fuck are you to do as the person listening? Do you try to get ahead of it and be like, hey, what do you want from this conversation? That way I can know what to give you or what not to.
Yeah.
Or do you do what me and you do? And like, if we've been in a situation, you be like, man, yeah, because I know how you feel. I've been there before. Run off the story, right?
Right.
And then y'all can, well, what made you do? Okay, well, I should probably do that because if it worked for you, whatever y'all gonna do, y'all can do. But you can only do that. Why the fuck would you want to talk to somebody that don't understand you?
Yeah.
don't understand what you're going through, can't give you no advice on it. What's the purpose?
And my thing is like, if you're gonna keep excusing yourself, like where do we draw the line where it's always like, I have this condition, this is what's going on, this is what's going on, and then actually getting up to help yourself. You know what I mean? 'Cause I feel like there's a
Getting up to help yourself that's the tough part for people.
yeah. So it's like I feel like the excuse part is so much easier for a lot of people.
And because they not only are they not trying to help themselves, but like they don't seem to want help.
Yeah.
Like imagine the person coming to you telling you all that they told you, right? And then you being the friend that you are, you wanna assist. And in assisting, everything that you say to them, they have something to say back, like deflect, defend. Well, I do that because
And they're getting angry. So it's
what
like,
do you want?
Yeah.
Like, what is it that you want? Did you want me to just listen?
And I think excuses also help them to deflect blame. They don't have to take accountability for their own.
We don't have to get into accountability. Bro, my life right now, bro. People in accountability just don't.
It's not mixing.
Bro, because you know what? I'm okay with messing up.
Yeah.
Like I'm A-okay with that ever being my situation where I'm in the wrong, or I could have done something or handled something better. So if somebody's telling me or giving me correct criticism, I've never been the negative shit on it or turn it down. I don't need to deflect or defend either.
Yeah.
Sometimes even if I feel like a position to defend, I can listen. I don't even want to seem combative or like I don't want a person to shut down, because you tell people to be honest with you and they do it up until your reaction is not a reaction that they deem acceptable. And now that person to tell you flat out, like, this is why I don't talk to you. And I'm like, what? That's why I can't talk to you, because you're going to do this. What is do this? I had a person tell me that they don't like to talk to me because I'm always picking them apart. And you know what she was calling pick apart? Me asking her to build on whatever she was saying. Or like finding like, and not, I don't want to say finding holes, but like trying to get her to fill in gaps for me. And
yeah.
So then like if after you say something to me and I play it back to you, and I'm like, do you hear how that sound now that you're saying it out loud?
Yeah.
And now I'm picking them apart. I'm not picking you apart. I just want you to I want you to think about it. And maybe not from your own perspective, but think about it from somebody else's. That's how I have conversations. I try to take myself outside of my own position, perspective, so that I can really hear and, take in whatever the hell you're talking about. Because if I'm just like, man, this shit sounds stupid.
Yeah.
When you start talking, everything sounds stupid. Instead of me trying to literally understand where you coming from. Like, what led you to that? And that whole conversation happened because I was like, I did that. They were talking to me and I turned my head to the side and I looked at them. It was like, what? I said something stupid? No, I'm actually intrigued by whatever it was that you just said. Like, so the face you made it look like I said something dumb. And I was like, no, that's how you took the face.
Yeah.
But that has nothing to do with what I said. Like, I turned my head because I was like, I never thought about it that way. Right? Whatever she was telling me, I never looked at it that way.
Yeah.
So I'm like, really like mind blown. I was like,
but she took it to a whole nother, it went all the way over there. And you like, well,
what did I do? And what I keep saying, what do you want?
Yeah. Yeah. At the end of the day, it's crazy though. Cause a lot of, I think even with what you're saying, me and you, for example, I feel like we both have a sense of self-reflection to where if somebody was to tell us something, we can sit back and be like, take a step out instead of
taking offense immediately.
Exactly. And look at
why
it.
they say that? Like, why would you find out that this motherfucker saying some like wild stereotypical racist type shit, right? Instead of flying off the hinges. When you look at a motherfucker, you could tell what kind of background they come from.
Mm-hmm.
You really probably think that's solid. A solid way of thinking. Yeah. That's how you were raised. It's what you know. I think that this group of people is this way. Me, personally. I don't expect anybody to call me ignorant for it or tell me I'm stupid for it. I can guarantee you that I've built enough within my 33 years of living to have this opinion about whatever I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So like, I would hope that a person would hear me out So in turn, I want to hear them out. I can flat out 100% disagree and still listen to somebody.
Yeah. Same here. And at the same time, there's stuff that I hear when people would tell me, like, even stuff about myself, because sometimes it's hard to see the things that you're doing until somebody tells you.
Yes.
You know, and then when somebody tells you, it's like, oh, you actually kind of right. Because you have that sense of like looking back on the stuff that you've been doing, and you see, dang, I have been, or I have to, you know, like, I need to take accountability for this. You start seeing things like that, and it opens your eyes. Hearing the outside perspective, but some people don't want to face that. Yeah. So when you tell them,
it makes sense though. If somebody's looking from a bird eye view, from a drone position, and a person playing in first person, we seeing two completely different things. We looking at the same thing, and we seeing two completely different things. Yeah,
I like how you put it like that, because that is super true.
Just video games, the option you have first person. What is it? What is first person that's right behind you though? Like first person view is like your eyes.
There's third person, right? Is that third person?
So then you have like a further angle.
Yeah.
And that'd be like the bird's eye view.
Yeah.
All three of those things give you a completely different perspective on this game.
Totally different.
Doing the same thing. If you drive it in a car and you got the windshield, or you drive in a car and you got the whole street, or you drive in a car and you're looking from the airplane angle, you can see where you gonna go. It's the same fucking thing for three positions. Try to get to the three positions.
Right.
Get out of yours. Like first person is limited. The way that you view things is fucking limited. And that's try to look at it from all the other angles. These other people in your life, they are the third persons. They're looking at it and they can see you moving around and all the other stuff. And then you got a bird's eye. Get at one of those views. Try a little bit.
Jeez, that's good. I really like it. Putting in that perspective, that should open a lot of people's eyes, just to see like people see things differently, and they're seeing different perspectives of you and how you're behaving than you're seeing it yourself. So it's like you need to look at those other people and be like, hey.
You ever see those movies that's designed like that? Where like they'll show the same scene from multiple people in the scenes. Yeah. Their own personal perspective. That is, if that don't blow your mind, everybody went through the same thing, and playing it from another person in the room perspective will change up the whole dynamic of what happened.
Adds a whole layer to it.
Because all of these people are their own individual people. They see things their own individual way. They got their own logics, all that great shit. So, yes, everybody was here. Everybody was at the same church sermon. Everybody did not leave with the same message.
Yep.
It's a fucking life. So stop judging people, man. Stop trying. Oh, y'all people. Y'all drive me crazy, bro. Just get out of your way and try to broaden your horizons, man. Look at shit from other angles. You don't have to change. Like, I'm not saying like put on some, foggy goggles or something and try to fun house it, but damn, bro, just get out y'all own way.
Yeah, stop looking at it. Be one track minded.
What do that work with? Can you like anything in life where like just doing this thing one way would make life better? Like from history back, hygiene, right? Throughout time, we have figured out that like certain things that we thought were hygienic are not.
Yeah.
If everybody did the same thing all the time, we'd still be there. Things have to grow.
Yep. You got to learn.
You have to learn. Like, man, that's a topic where I feel like we got to talk about for years, because things have to grow. You have to grow. People have to change.
I think we're going to have to touch on that like once a month, so it can be instilled in people that people is different.
All right.
So you got to change.
What do you think about your friends and family not being your target audience for products or services you sell?
Not being your target audience.
Do you feel a way about that?
No.
I had to learn not to.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I had to learn how not to. Well, have you never cared?
I cared back in the beginning.
Okay, what made you not? Like, what got you to the point where you was just like, it ain't that big a deal?
I started to learn that not everything that I do is for everybody
around you.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I had to learn, and what helped me realize that is honestly the relationship I have with Snoop, like how our friendship is.
Yeah.
We're two completely different people, and we have different likes and everything.
Yeah.
But it's like for us to even like be able to be cordial in some sense, we don't like the same stuff, but we can still be cordial. So it's like I don't expect him to be like, if I'm like at a festival, to be like, oh, that's dope, because it's not his thing. He probably think it's stupid, and I might see something he doing, and I'm thinking the same thing, like, oh, this dumb. Like, I'm not into that. But I have to realize that like that's probably my whole range of friends. Like everybody's thinking of different stuff or liking different stuff, not liking this. So it's like, dang, I'm over here. It was probably back when I was doing my whole YouTube thing on with the spiritual channel.
Yeah.
I was like, not everybody's messing with this because not everybody's into that. Some people was like, I got family that's like highly on the Christian thing, so they probably like, this boy into that demon stuff. This boy into that demon stuff. Get him out of here.
Man,
But
it was killing me. So at the beginning of my massage journey, right? Everybody, of course, man, if you need a body to practice on, hit me.
yeah.
Man, I can't wait for you to finish so I can start booking with you, blah, blah, blah. That shit don't happen, bro. Like, and I got to the point where first I was feeling like maybe it was just massages that like people aren't educated on. I understand like the stigma.
Yeah.
With the sexual BS and massage, right? Cool. But once I started to like really dive into and tell people, about what I'm doing, the health benefits of massage, not just like the relaxation and all that great shit, everybody seems so interested. Ain't nobody interested, bro. And I was like, my niggas don't care about their health. Like, I started to judge people a little bit.
Yeah.
Like, y'all get y'all nails done. Y'all get pedicures all the time. Y'all got new weaves, new braids, new this, new that, the newest shoes, the newest clothes. But y'all telling me that a massage is expensive? But these are the same people. Unfortunately, my peers are the same people who do not go see dentists. They don't go see doctors. They don't get checkups. They don't even have primary doctors.
Yeah.
They don't be having life insurance. Like these, I'm trying to push to a class of people, my demographic, about healthcare, like taking care of their bodies and how that's more important than the cosmetic shit that they spend money and budget money for.
Right.
I'm fighting a losing war though.
Yeah, 'cause
right?
not everybody's into that.
No, people don't give a fuck about healthcare. Most people do not care about their health until it's declining.
I was about to say until it matters.
That's the only time they're going to see a doctor, when they're going to urgent care, when they're going to ER. They don't have primary doctors.
Yeah.
These people aren't seeing chiropractors.
Yeah.
Healthcare is not that big a deal. So when I'm getting upset that people not fucking with what I'm doing, it's because they feel like it's a luxury. And one of the lowest luxuries at that.
Yeah.
Like when they think of doing luxury things, massage is somewhere down the list.
It's like spa.
But it's a lot less
retreat.
luxury than you think. It's way more like necessary to have somebody manage your body because you're not doing it.
Yeah.
That's why you go see doctors and dentists, because they managing your teeth and your health. You can't do it. Massage therapy is no different. But I had to get out the way of being upset about it and just start understanding who I'm talking to. Nigga,
Yeah.
These people have always prioritized. They prioritize shoes over rent, nigga. Like,
Yeah.
a lot of black people, like the fashion world has them in a headlock. I have to stop being judgy about that. Like, it's life. It's literally, it's what's happening. It's been happening. I'm not the first.
Yeah.
But I was experiencing it firsthand. I'm like, man, y'all act like y'all care. Y'all don't care about y'all health. Y'all don't care about nothing. But they never have.
It's not the priority.
They never have. And if I wasn't doing this, would I even care? Would I care that they don't care about healthcare?
Yeah.
Probably not.
Would it be on your mind?
Probably not.
Yeah, probably would.
But now that it is, ain't no way for me to just look at everybody with this judgy lens. Like, man, you got them new shoes, bro. When the last time you got a massage?
But you know what though? I get it though. It's because you opened yourself to a whole new avenue, and you're seeing all this stuff, and you're like, I want to share it with y'all because this is a benefit for y'all.
But
people
I'm
don't see
fighting a losing.
Yeah.
But how often is that happening without me internalizing that, right? With massages, anything. When you learn about, maybe you learn about meat being unhealthy, right? And you start learning how to be vegan, or this is a way to eat better, and you start trying to push that to your homeboys, you gonna get on their nerve.
that. Yeah.
You are going to bother people.
They're like, man, I want this steak, and he come over here talking about broccoli again. If you come over here talking
every
about
time
the
I'm eating it,
benefits,
he judging me.
Yeah.
He looking at me and shaking his head. Every time I get a burger, who want that person around?
I can't lie though. If you ain't going to the dentist and getting your teeth checked, I do probably raise an eyebrow, because that's crazy to me.
Me too, but it's not rare.
Yeah.
It is not rare that people don't go to dentist office. First of all, it's expensive, right? But that's my problem with talking about expenses, because niggas don't mind getting new iPhones. Niggas don't mind getting new MacBooks,
Yeah.
iPads, any form of expensive electronics, TVs. That is the price of a routine cleaning.
That's the real luxuries.
Those are luxuries. They are not, and people are viewing them as necessities. Your car note being $500, $800 is not a fucking necessity. That's a luxury. It's a luxury that people deem necessary, though, right? I cannot walk around judging what you view as necessary. People can look at me and see me with jewelry on.
Yeah.
I have every Apple product you can buy. A motherfucker look at me like, you don't need all that shit, dude. That's unnecessary. You don't have to drive the car you drive. That's unnecessary. You think that you have to wear Nike everything. That's unnecessary. You can get Walmart clothes.
That's true.
People can walk around judging me. So I don't judge nobody, but I was. And I always catch myself judging people, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
But then as soon as I start judging, I can immediately retract and be like, man, you being judgy. Probably shouldn't do that. Probably shouldn't do that. And that's me catching myself all the time. That's my accountability. I'm not above being a judgy person, but I am quick to notice if I am or not. And I could take my ass off that pedestal that I put myself on, because somebody could look at me with the same fucking judgment and be like, look.
Self-reflection. That's what that is. You're able to see the behavior and be like, I see. This is what I'm doing. And you're able to change it.
Why is that hard to do?
Oof, man.
Why is self-reflection such a tough thing for people to do? Instead of fighting back, instead of defending, why is it so tough for you to be able to just sit with yourself and see your flaws too, and not ones that you're making excuses for?
I think it goes back to kind of what I was saying earlier, deflect and blame. You don't have to, if you don't have to take accountability for it, you can put it on somebody else or something else.
Yeah.
Why not do that? Because then it's not your fault. It's somebody else's fault. And then you don't have to deal with it.
I mean, but why don't you have to deal with it? Like, to the group, you don't have to deal with it, or like to yourself?
To the group.
But goddamn, what about yourself?
Yeah.
You don't have to go home with that, like with that on your head.
But that's what I
Knowing
wonder.
for a fact you were wrong, and then those people, do they think they wrong?
That's what I was about to say. I don't know if some of them people think that they wrong.
And that's a
the crazy
crazier
part.
world to live in. Where are you? Like everybody, imagine it being a group full of people, 6 people in a room, 5 people saying something about you. All 5 people say the same thing. They all have 5 different relationships with you.
Mm-hmm.
And you sit there alone and be like, man, y'all tripping. What?
That means that you definitely deflecting.
I feel like I'm the only person in here who understand.
Yeah. None of y'all get it.
All of us?
Have you heard that before?
All of us?
Yeah, none of y'all get it.
All of us? Nigga. It's 5 of us and you. All 5 of us said the same thing. And you telling me that we don't get it?
And you're not even taking the chance to be like, wait a minute. Maybe it's me.
Everybody saying it? And at no point do you ever feel like, damn, maybe it's me. Because it don't take that many people for me to be like, maybe it's me. I get a few comments, even if it's narcissism, right? We talked about that. But it was the 3rd time that I got called a narcissist where I had to dive into what it was.
Oh, you started like looking up to see like...
because it wasn't coming with positivity.
Yeah.
The first time I was like, man, people love throwing big words around. And the second time made me raise my, like, what the hell is this?
Yeah.
Right? So then I started talking to people about narcissism. I'm like, hell no. And the 3rd time, definition. I need it.
I need to know what's going on. I need to know what's going on.
Because is it me? Like, am I?
Right.
And I'm like, nah. But the people that were calling me, I'm looking at, and now I can reflect and be like, you're gonna think everybody's a narcissist. The way you think, you are honestly gonna put that jacket on a lot of people back.
Yeah.
It's not even that they have to be it, but just the way that you think individually, it's gonna be a lot of people with that jacket around you, because you throwing that shit around really, really loosely.
That's the thing about throwing stuff like that around, because I always feel like the stuff that people say, it has intent behind it.
Oh, 100%.
And intent, I feel like, is infectious. Like, you can feel intent. Like, for example, the difference between somebody saying like, you a nigga and nigga, there's like two different, you know what I mean? There's like two different ways you can say it. So you can see the intent behind it when it's going up. When somebody really mean what they say, it hits different. And you be like, oh, okay, like you actually,
and you know what?
You mean that.
I'm going to tell you that's a fact, because it happened to me on this couch. And like, if she'd be like, I don't give a fuck what you say. Cool, right? But it was the I don't give a fuck nigga.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck nigga. I was like,
it added the extra intent.
Oh, it was up on that
like,
month.
Yeah. we up on it.
I was like, damn, all right, you know what? I know I know when to check out, but that's the intent that you're talking about. It's clear. You know, it's not even debatable. And you know, it's sick when people debate it. Like the person who's sending it, be like, nah, I wasn't saying it like that. I was like,
we felt it. We felt it.
Everybody. So
the energy was behind it for sure. We can feel it.
It was hot. Ash, what up, man?
Yeah, and I be telling people that lies, like, you got to watch what you say, because what you say with intent, it got power behind it, and that can really hit somebody. And that's why, like, for example, if you notice, like, have you ever had somebody say, like, somebody calls them like fat? Mm-hmm. They just saying it randomly to make fun of them, but then they question that later. They'll be like, you think you really think?
Because bro, even with the jokes, I am a firm believer in telling people, pay attention to jokes. Even from your friends.
Yeah.
Pay attention. They were the same. Especially if the same jokes keep coming. Man, stop he-heing.
That's because they thinking that.
Duh, like, man, and it might seem so toxic, dude, but regardless of what y'all believe, I know that most of us understand that really good jokes always have truthful underlines.
Yeah.
So
all the time.
You're not going to be sitting up here calling me fat if you don't believe that I'm fat. And I don't believe that I'm fat, right? This is a person. I don't believe I'm fat, but now leaving this conversation, same thing with me and narcissists, right?
You start questioning it a little bit.
You have to. Why not? Even if you truly don't feel like that about yourself. If you hear it enough times, it could be one good time. Like, man.
Like, what is it? What they talking about? Like, I wonder why. You know, like, I wonder why that came up.
Especially if you hear it more than once.
Yep. What was that choice of words? Mm-hmm. And it keeps coming?
Oh, my God. Choice of words. We got to stop acting like words don't mean nothing, y'all. That's what we got to quit.
It really do.
Man, I had to tell somebody recently that watch how you talk about yourself. Like, I know you joking.
Yeah.
But you stop doing that. Like me about it wasn't even, it had nothing to do with me. They was just making this joke about themselves, and I was like, man, you have no idea how much words resonate with, like, especially the words you use and they coming out of your mouth. That shit is gonna respect your brain. If you feel like that about yourself and you can say that shit out loud, not just think it, but also say it out loud, put it into the world, bruh, your brain is eating that shit up. And if it's enough for it to come out your mouth, I know it's been sitting in there long enough.
Right.
Fix how you talk about yourself. Fix how you talk, period. Learn how to speak positive, right? Speak positively. Speak positivity. Because it works, dude. Like, the shit that you put out, call me an energy freak if y'all want or whatever, bro. But that shit matters, dude.
It really does.
The shit that come out of your mouth matters. So the actions speak louder than word thing, fine, cool. That don't mean words don't mean anything. if we talking about contracts here, contracts are legally binding. These are the things that you are to do and not to do. Those are words.
Yep.
Actions are to withhold said contract. So yes, your actions will mean something. That don't mean the words don't mean shit. The words mean every fucking thing. So don't think you can talk crazy to nobody when you drunk or when you in your feelings and you can just wild out and say all this crazy stuff. And then they're supposed to heal from it like nothing happened. Nigga, those words are sitting. They are there. No, they didn't physically hurt a motherfucker, but honestly, it could be worse.
Yeah.
I can heal from a bruise and that should actually heal and be a done deal and be a wrap. Words in my head, they don't go nowhere.
You sit with that junk and then you got it's in your mind now. And then on top of that, when you see that person, now you're reminded of it.
Yep.
This what that person thinks of me.
Even when you hear it again.
Yep.
It don't even have to be from that person. You might just hear it on the TV.
Yep.
And from now on, that word or that phrase, whatever was said to you, every time you hear it, it's gonna drag you right back into that moment.
Yep.
Whatever nasty moment you was in, and those are trigger words. What we was talking about last time, those emotional twitches that people gain from being abused verbally.
Right.
So now when somebody's not even abusing you, you feel like it. Why? Because that shit is sitting. No, it didn't hurt your body, but nigga, hurting your mind is a lot worse than hurting your body.
Yes.
And words hurt your mind. They hurt your heart.
And even going back to my friend, that's why I was telling him, like, you got to get out of that. Because the more you talk about, oh, I'm this way because this, and this, you're going to start feeling like that. And you're going to feel like you can never get out of it because you always have this. I have this condition and I can never not be this way. It's like, no.
Yeah, you can.
You can definitely change it.
And say it.
Yeah.
Say it. Believe it. Say it again. Even if you didn't believe it, keep saying it until you believe it.
Right.
But telling yourself that you can't get out of it, you're not going to get out of it.
At all. You're going to be stuck in that junk. Then you're going to be like that.
I can't do this. I can't do this. I can't do this.
Yep.
What the hell make you think at any point you're going to be able to? Even if it was at all possible.
Yeah.
And you just constantly say it, I can't. Duh. You don't even believe you can.
You don't even believe you can.
Like, of course you can't do it.
You'll never be able to. Shoot, at that point. I think it was the episode with my cousin when she was here. When you was talking about she was talking about controlling what her kids watch.
Yeah.
And basically you was like, nah, we gonna be real with it. My kids watch,
Yes.
Do you think you can, in this day and age where we're at now, control what your kids watch?
If you micromanaging.
You gotta be like,
bruh.
On their phone.
Man,
you gotta know what type of friends they have.
Telling you I was having this conversation today gonna seem so crazy. But literally, bruh, like wholeheartedly talking about parenting and like the things you give or don't give your children, right? And I was saying it from a perspective of a dad being super laid back, right?
Yeah.
That's the type of parent I am. I'm kind of realizing that my sons need what they moms do. Moms are very like right here all the time, hovering, hands on. What do you need? How can I help? What can I do? Right?
Yeah.
Let me check your backpack. Let me go through your phone. What you doing on the computer? Let me see your history. Right? As a dad, I'm not.
Yeah.
And I actually don't have a desire to be. So it don't make me a bad parent. But what it does make me is ill-equipped for what these two little niggas need. Right? And I took them with me. I took my sons in, both of them. 13 and 8 years old, I took them on full time 3 years ago.
Yeah.
I am their full-time parent. Like, they go to school from my house. They see their mom some weekends, not even every weekend.
Oh, okay.
Right? So they're with me. But with them being with me, I'm starting to notice, y'all need to be with y'all mamas. Because the shit that they own, when they get with their mamas and their mamas go through their phone, they find all kind of shit. But with dad, they chilling. You feel me? Like, I make sure that we getting schoolwork done, the house clean, y'all shit taken care of. Do y'all thing. You're going to be on TikTok. You're going to be on Roblox. You're going to be on your PlayStation. Yeah. You're going to be on kids' YouTube. Do what y'all do. I'm chilling. Y'all chilling? We good? Everybody grades straight? The house straight? Ain't nobody dying? We good to go. That's the parent I am.
Yeah.
They don't need that. They need somebody to micromanage them.
Yeah.
Because the shit that they running into, I don't even know they running into because I'm not doing that.
Right. Right.
So yes, it's possible. I watched two mothers do it. So should I adopt some of that shit and do that too? Maybe. But I have no desire to be that parent.
Yeah.
Luckily, my kids have both their parents. So if I feel like this is something that they absolutely need, I'm gonna send them with you. They're gonna come back because I'm be like, hey, when you're ready to be a man, son, and you want to learn how to, get to it, come see your dad. But for right now, you clearly need somebody to micromanage you, and I'm not doing it. Parent or not, I have the choice, and I don't want to fucking do that. That's not the kind of parent I am. Your mama that.
Yeah.
Do that make you a bad parent? To not like what your kid needs and like I won't. I'm not doing it.
Yeah. But why do you feel like they need that?
Because of the shit that they doing, bro. It's reflective of like things that they're intaking. I'm not teaching them this shit. The things that I am teaching them, they are not retaining. Like my boys, I took them with me to raise men, so I'm trying to teach them. Stand up tall, be a man, clean up after yourself, be independent. I don't want to manage your drawers.
Yeah.
I don't want to manage your clothes. I don't want to get you dressed. You have sense. You niggas are on the internet all the time. Y'all not gonna tell me you can't get dressed. You're not gonna tell me you can't wash your ass without me chasing behind you like, hey, get in the shower. Hey, did you brush your teeth? Hey, did you do this? But moms are amazing at that.
Yeah.
And maybe it's not just moms, but there are some parents who are phenomenal at that. I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
Y'all are cognizant enough. Y'all old enough. Y'all have enough fucking brains and knowledge and the tools necessary to take care of what y'all need to take care of. I'm not chasing behind y'all to do that shit.
Yeah. That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. See, I like that though. I feel like there is, but going on that point, do you think that it's important for kids to be raised by both parents?
100%.
In that sense?
Yes. Because guess what? I'm me. The shit that their mom's doing, they're them.
Mm-hmm.
They need that too.
Yeah.
They don't just need free flowing, free going dad. Because within that, these niggas are in like I got these 5 lanes. My freeway is these 5 lanes. They mom's freeway, highway, 2 lanes. Stay right here.
Yeah.
This is the structure that they might need. They might not need my highway.
That's true. I like
the
that
kids
point.
might not need 5 lanes. They might need so much structure that is down to these 2. And in these 2, mom is on their ass. She right here the whole time. They can't go nowhere. They can just go right here. And she right in the middle looking. I don't want to do that. I don't even want to be that parent.
You don't want to be the one that
No.
be checking everything.
No.
But do you think that they can still like learn that or get some of that stuff from their friends? Being micromanaged.
Yes.
Because the thing I notice with kids all the time,
Micromanaging
like,
goes to friendship too, though.
yeah,
No, like that's why I said
yeah,
I don't think so. No, to answer your question, unless you're micromanaging,
Yeah.
unless you know who your friends are, what your kids' friends are, who their friends are. You didn't talk to their friends' parents.
Yeah.
You know what kind of parents they got, what kind of kids they raising. Then you at the school and you watching the kid move around with their friends. You outside peeking to see what they doing with their friends, and you can't talk to him. You can't talk to her.
yeah,
You can't be around this. And you can't watch that. There's no TikTok. There's no YouTube. There's no internet for you until you're 13 and can understand more. Unless you're doing that today, no.
yeah,
These kids are going to see shit. And that's why I told your cousin that.
yeah,
Like, I hear you. I get what you, when she was like, oh, what, 8 and 5, Cocoa Melon. And I'm like, And we got to stop acting like that's real. 8 years old boy, 8 years old right now, bro. Cell phones, iPhones.
But you know what's crazy though is some people will say that though. They'll be like, "Oh yeah, my kids is watching Cocoa Melon," but yet then they'll put on what
2 Chainz.
real Housewives or something like that,
And the kid be tuned
and
in
the kid
too.
right there sitting down watching TV eating cereal, and you saying, "Oh yeah, but my kid watch Cocoa Melon."
Rapping Cardi and Offset.
Also, your kid watches real Housewives.
And music videos.
Yeah, your kid is watching all that because when
And-
you watching it, you ain't putting your kid in there to watch Cocoa Melon.
No, you're not.
Your kid's
And
sitting right there
and
eating
even
cereal.
Even if you are, we were kids, and we around the corner like this.
Right.
We want to hear what y'all hear. Y'all like it, we like it too. For real. Like we were kids. We have to, like, as parents, I feel like it's really redundant and ridiculous to act like you don't understand what being a kid is like.
Yeah.
I completely expect my kids to do silly, stupid, like, and make the dumbest mistake, tell the stupidest lies. All I can do is guide them within, like, come on, bro. I've been there before. But when I was a kid, I was never malicious to my mom by like lying to her.
Mm-hmm.
So when my kids lie to me, it's so frustrating to me because I leave it open. Like I said, I'm free flowing dad.
I was freaking a sneaky kid.
Most of us were.
Just being real.
Not
like,
that we were terrible.
Yeah. You don't want your parents to know everything. So when you do some stuff, you like, all right, I'm going down the street.
Mm-hmm.
And next thing you know, you 5 blocks down riding your bike, not even where you're supposed to be at.
Get to it. Man,
there's a time I told my mom, I'm going to my friend's house. I went all the way to the mall, all the way out there to come home till 10:30.
Dang.
She knew I had school in the morning. She pissed. She pissed all the way into the mall closed. I had to fake like I was sleeping and everything. But it's because kids is sneaky. I'm telling you.
The realest con, man.
Yeah, people
See,
don't.
look, Naz said I had to sneak. I wasn't allowed to do shit. But see, that's the thing. Most of us weren't. And how good did that do our parents? You get me? Like y'all trying to micromanage. Y'all are micromanaging. Our parents were micromanaging. And we still found a way to do the shit. So like, come on, dude. How much better would it have been if I could have just told you?
Yeah.
You know? If you'd have just let me explore. Let me bump my head.
Yeah.
As a kid, let me bump my head. I feel like I got it. I let my kids do it all the time.
Yeah.
Today. I'm gonna tell them something. Believe me, they always want to find out on their own. I'm not stopping you.
Like, go ahead and do it.
This is my advice, though. That's how I parent. I'm gonna tell you what. Try it if you want to, but now go ahead.
This is what I foresee is gonna happen in this situation.
I think that this is. Go ahead. My daughter, in one of our first relationships, seeing all the signs. Hey, I'm just letting you know, I ain't gonna make you break up, but sure enough, months, not even a year, months, like look up half a year, and she's seen everything, and I was like,
there you go.
I know that. Oh, well, like, I can only try. I do that with my friends.
Yeah,
I'm not. And most of the time, bro, I've got to the point now I don't give advice. I don't want to give advice. With my friends, I don't want to give advice.
It's hard for people to take advice.
No, because they're gonna do what they want.
Yeah.
People come to you to talk, and sometimes they just want to talk.
Yeah.
They don't want advice, even if they're asking for it. I can guarantee you, they just want to hear something.
Yeah.
It's not like they're gonna go and take said advice. So I'd be like, man, look, what do you want?
What do you want? What do you want?
What do you want? I think that's the most important thing that we're gonna start asking people.
Yeah.
In a number of situations. What do you want?
People need to tell people what they want too. Like, don't even just think of it as a bad thing. If somebody's asking you that.
Dating. Do you think that you should tell somebody what exactly it is that you're looking for in a person on a date? Or early date, first or second? Is it important for y'all to talk about what y'all both looking for?
I think it's good to get on that basis, yeah.
I don't.
No?
Mm-mm.
Really?
I'm at this point, I want to talk about superficial shit. The first thing I could do in telling somebody what I'm looking for is teach them how to be. If you tell somebody exactly what you're looking for, what you're into, what you're not into, first date.
I see what you're doing.
Brochure, pamphlet. Here you go. This is what we're looking for here. What happens on job applications?
You try to fulfill that. You're gonna try to fulfill that role,
even if you cannot, and you know that you know you have not been fucking trained.
Damn, that's
to
good.
do this job, and you filling out this job app, and you need a job.
Yeah,
and maybe not need. Maybe you want this job.
Mm-hmm.
You've been trying to get this job. When you fill out the app, you are not going to tell them that you are inadequate at anything. You're not going to tell them that you don't know how to do anything.
Mm-hmm.
Everything that they need is either I know how to do it, or I'm decent at doing it. And you could be dead fucking lying.
That's so true.
This is what people do on first dates once you give them the how to please you guide. First thing first.
Right.
Right away. Well, that's what I'm looking for. I don't want no hookups. I need this. I don't want a person who has this. I don't want a person that does this. And you want this person, or like most people, you want to fuck the person. Now you just turn into whatever the fuck they told you right away.
Trying to fulfill that role.
They want a man that cook and that's attentive and that's sweet and do random shit. And now here this nigga go.
You know what though?
Next week, everything you asked for.
I wish there was that level of honesty to be like, I don't fit that bill, and I'm not going to. You know what I mean?
In a perfect world.
Yeah.
In a perfect world.
That's not what I want. I want it just to,
yeah.
you know, and then just leave it at that.
Oh, well, I kind of figured that. Oh, okay. Well, no, I'm not into that.
Yeah.
Okay. It was nice meeting you. You know, this was cool.
Yeah. Because what my intention is when I tell people what I want and what I envision in a relationship is just to give them an understanding of where I'm going and where my goals are at. Right. It's not to follow the blueprint of what I'm saying. Mm-hmm. It's just, hey, this is where I'm at with it. If you're not here, just let me know.
It's a double-edged sword.
Yeah.
Because that's not wrong.
Yeah.
That's not wrong at all. That's ideally what it should be, right?
Yeah.
Y'all just y'all both set y'all ground.
Right.
Right now. That way ain't no misunderstanding. I said it from the jump. This is what I want. This is what I don't want. The problem being that somebody, most of the time, is going to start pretending.
Yeah.
Because we don't have the honesty in the world to be out on a date with somebody you're interested in and find out on the first date, okay, we're not doing the same things. We're not even looking for the same things.
That is so true. God dang, that's true.
Dude want to fuck this girl. he been ironing her. She gave him a shot. They go on a date and she like, I'm looking to get married. And he know for a fact he not. Oh, that don't say that, you know. I think all of us want to get married eventually. Niggas start saying shit like that. Right? Listen to him talk. Listen to people talk.
The signs are all there.
They are all there. If that man don't say me too, y'all not looking for the same things. Because some people are very, very particular in how they talk. Listen to those people talk.
Yeah.
If you say I'm looking to get married and he be like, oh, that's eventually me too. You want to get married soon, most likely. And he's saying eventually. So like,
it's not even on. It's not a line.
Not even something he's looking for.
Yeah.
Eventually don't mean like.
That's so crazy. It's so crazy because that's so true. Dishonest people.
Yep.
That's how it is. People out there are dishonest enough, or they have a dishonesty in them to try to be something that they're not, to try to get something that they want. That's insane. I mean, we do it with jobs, like you said.
And that's what at some points in life is useful to what they say, dress for the job that you want, not the job you got.
But the problem is that's treating a relationship. Well, that's treating a relationship like a job application, technically.
This dude was talking about relationships on social media. I guess it's some tyrant type dude. But he was saying that he trains his women to be like the perfect woman for him. And the group of women in the room went nuts. Mm-hmm. They was like, train. It's like, what the fuck? Was she a dog? And he was like, well, no. It's like anything you want to be good at, you train at.
Yeah.
Anything. And it was like, yeah, but maybe use a different word, like teach her or coach her. And he's like, train is the same thing, dude. And like, so they were all harping on the train thing, right? They all took that word, just like, what the fuck? Yeah. You trying to train a woman? But he was saying, in anything you want, if you want the best then you train for it.
Right.
If you're a dancer, to get better, you train. If you're an athlete, you train. So he was saying, like, if a woman wants to be perfect for me, she's probably not going to come in perfect for me. I have to, what we talking about? I have to tell her what I'm looking for. I have to tell her what I want. Yeah. She has to work on being better at those things if she want to please me. Some of the verbiage was like, it felt like he was saying exactly what they thought, but I felt like they was just hung up on the train thing. Yeah. Because I mean, what he was saying, I got it, but I understood like why delivery is everything. Because I understood why they were kind of bothered by it, but when he broke it down, you can no longer just like harp on the train thing.
Yeah.
He clearly just, he put that shit as like black and white for you. There's no longer gray where you think that he's out here trying to train women to bark and sit. You feel me? He's just saying like, you don't know me, I don't know you. You're going to have to train me to be the best man the way I'm going to train you to be the best woman. Like we teaching each other.
Right.
Learning each other. Training each other. Ain't no difference, bro.
Did he say that too? Like
What?
that she has to train him to
No. And that's why I said what I said.
delivery. Yeah.
That's why I said what I said about some of the verbiage. I was like, okay, he never once spoke on like trying to be a better man for a woman. He was saying that he was already a successful man. Successful men are not looking for anybody to train them to be anything.
Yeah.
On the contrary, a woman coming in with less than, not bringing anything to the table, you are coming here to my table that I have set.
Mm-hmm.
That was his position as a man, which I don't particularly fuck with, but I'm also not a wealthy man. You feel me? With like everything set up to where like you're not gonna come and change shit. It's already set. So sit down or don't. That was his opinion, which is why he was talking about training somebody.
Yeah.
I don't fuck with that because again, I'm not a wealthy nigga. Like I want somebody to bring something. I'm gonna bring something, and then we can organize this table how we see fit. That's how I view relationships. His was a whole different ball game, but he a different nigga than me.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna look at him like, man, that's some shit. Like you're a piece of shit. For his view, I'm not in his shoes.
Right.
Maybe if I was, I would feel the same way. Like, man, you're not coming in this motherfucker changing nothing. Like, come with what I want or get the fuck on.
I'm interested in because I'll be watching some of these like podcasts and stuff where they be talking to women.
Mm-hmm.
Like it'd be like a group of women like that, and it'd be like some dude who's like really either wealthy or high up there with money, and they'll be saying stuff like that, and I get it. Like you said, I get it, but I just wonder like if you get a woman in there on the same stature and level on you, how's that conversation gonna go?
It's not gonna work. But he was also saying that men of that stature don't want women of that stature.
Really?
Because that's a combatant. That woman is not going to accept you saying, come to my table and sit the fuck down, don't touch nothing. Yeah. She got a table that's as equipped as yours.
Right.
So now y'all gonna have a power struggle. So this is the masculine women want the, less masculine men, and masculine men want the more feminine women. Like it's that little
dang
tug of war there.
Yeah.
Where like strong-willed masculine woman probably not gonna get strong-willed masculine man.
Yeah.
The fuck y'all gonna do? Fight? Y'all be boxing all the time and arguing all the time. Like can't nobody lead because can't nobody follow. You're gonna have to have that. And that's what he was talking about. Like he was talking to the women in there because they weren't wealthy and he was.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, man, if you want to be with me, you're gonna have to get in line. My line. Like,
yeah.
And it was like, man, what the? And it's like, well, you gotta understand where you're coming from.
That's true. I feel like when you get to a certain level, like you said, if you're wealthy and well off, you never know how a person wants to handle that. They relationships moving forward when they in that type of I guess pay bracket. They making that much money. It's like you don't want to.
I have to understand it, even if I don't agree with it. I get it. It makes sense. I don't want me personally. I don't want I don't want a masculine woman. I don't, and not because I want to order anybody around or I want to tell somebody what to do. But I just don't want to I don't want to be Rams in my relationship.
Mm-hmm.
I can listen. Like I'm well, like, bruh, I'm definitely not like the what I say goes type of relationship type. Like you can help me, I can help you. You can teach me, I can teach you. You can learn from me, I can learn from you.
Yeah.
You bring something, I bring something. We do this together. Great. I'm not no tyrant or dictator or no shit like that. But some men are. Some women want that too.
Yeah, like
So there's no way for you to point at those kind of men and be like, man, hell no, I'd never be that. That's some bullshit.
Right.
There are literally women out here seeking what he is. So yeah, some of y'all opinion, Kevin Samuels.
Yeah.
It was a lot of women looking for Kevin Samuels. And there was plenty of women who hated Kevin Samuels.
Right.
You can't, you don't just get to like generalize and categorize anybody as like less.
That's super true.
Because it's somebody for everybody.
But that's the whole thing about relationships. That's why people got to realize when some people's talking, it's just from their perspective on where they're coming from how they are with relationships.
And that's it.
Not every relationship is the same. And that's something that I feel like we all got to remember. Some people, We all don't want the same things. We all don't want the same things.
Y'all don't look at things the same. Ain't none of us, bro. Like,
People like different stuff. Everything is I feel like it's supposed to be different
agreed.
that way. Like, it's our own individuality. We like certain things. We want certain things. We have certain ways we want our relationships to go. We have certain ways we want our relationships to grow and stuff that we want to do in the future as far as like how we envision our future. It's not the picket fence everybody else sees for everybody.
What do you feel about the opportunity to change, right? In a relationship for one to change their mind.
Changing your mind is just in general, as in
Period. Like the direction that you want to go with things, life, anything. Do you feel like people should have the power to change their mind and keep their relationships? Religion, right?
Mm-hmm.
You find you both are Christian raised, all this great shit. Later on in life, you start to open up your eyes a little bit and be like, man, this shit ain't it. I ain't really, it's like this religion it ain't what I thought it was. It ain't what I was raised in. And you opt out, right? You go to spiritual, more spiritual route. You think those people could stay together?
No. Well, it all depends on the person though. If the person is able to, like, say if that person just is okay with how this person is and they feel like they can grow together.
Yeah.
Maybe they can work something out. Just be like, you be on your side, I'll be on my side. You do your thing. I'm not really gonna judge what you do.
So the power of changing your mind is fine then.
Yeah.
But I feel like a lot of times people don't get to change their mind. Like
That's what I'm saying.
This is what I'm looking for. And then guess what? You get it? Not so much. Now it's really not what you're not feeling it.
Yeah.
People will ride those relationships out and not be feeling it for decades. Just because you started it with this person. You started it this way and it's been this way. So now that you feeling like you growing and you changing and you going a different direction, instead of growing, you just hold on to that motherfucker. And like both y'all holding on to each other. Yeah. Neither of y'all want the same thing anymore, but because y'all got the kids, y'all got the house, y'all got the car, y'all got the lease.
You stay in it to stay in it. Now you just in it because you like, I don't want to.
And neither one of y'all don't even want each other. Y'all don't want the same thing. Y'all don't want the same things in a relationship.
Yeah.
Y'all used to party all the time. One person grew up and was like, man, I don't want to party no more. You're like, man, you getting boring.
Right.
Right. But y'all stay together.
Right. See, and that's the thing. I feel like with stuff like that, it's, if you see another person growing, it's up to you either to eject if that's something that you don't want, or allow that person to grow, but have a sense of understanding that this person is not going to be the same person that you knew before.
Understanding.
Yeah.
You heard that part? That shit don't happen.
Yeah. People's like that. I'm not getting what I wanted.
And that's it. Right there.
Yeah.
This ain't what it used to be. Yeah, no shit. We're 15 years in.
I see that. I've seen that a lot. Like, I know we probably both seen that a lot in relationships. I'll see that where a person will be like, oh, this person does this now, and I don't like it. Mm-hmm. And it's like, well,
picked up this new hobby. I don't really care for it.
They grew. You knew this person when they was such and such years old. They didn't know about stuff like that. Now they
experience life.
Yep.
Through their
trying new things.
Their new experience. They want to do this and you do not. You want to stay in your box and they want to get out the box. How do y'all stay together? Dragging each other. Playing tug of war. For the rest of your relationship.
You don't grow together with understanding each other, then
hard fought, nasty relationship.
Yep.
Where, hey, neither one of y'all let go of the rope and just walk with the other person. Y'all both just pulling.
Yeah.
You fighting the whole time.
Separate ways. And then instead of like, even with yourself, like if you know it's something that you just can't deal with and that's your boundary. And this is what I was talking to somebody with on Instagram. Cause she was saying that, she was like, how much do you got to tolerate from another person? Like them changing before you just be like, this is not for me and stuff like that. And I was like, well, if it's not for you, then you should immediately leave. But if you make the choice to stay.
To tolerate.
Yeah.
Why do we feel like we have to tolerate anything? You do not.
You do not have to.
You don't have to put up with anything. You do not have to fight for anything.
Nobody. And that's the thing. I don't think anybody would tell you to.
No.
If just people change, and if they're like, hey, this is how I am now, they're not telling you to stay. They're not telling you to go. They're saying that if you choose to stay, we can move forward. If not,
Yeah.
we'll see each other.
There go the dough, man.
We'll
And
see each other
you know what?
another
There go the
time.
dough ain't always a bad thing. Parting ways
not.
is not always a bad thing. There is a easy way to part ways with somebody that you have years of history with, the correct way, with no hard feelings. Yes, you can call it a waste of time, but I never feel like that. When relationships end, I don't feel like, oh man, I wasted 6 years with this motherfucker.
Yeah.
Nah, bro, you got 6 years worth of experience with them. Good, bad, indifferent. And if it was just indifferent, y'all should be able to leave it before it gets nasty.
Yeah.
Because you can just like grow out of a person or grow away from a person and be fine. But when you start resenting a motherfucker because you growing and they won't let you grow,
Yeah. Whole different situation.
it's fucked up then.
Yeah. 'Cause now you end up hating them, and then you want to get away from them.
Now you don't want nothing to do with them. Y'all could have just parted ways and been like, hey, I know this not working for you. I'm in it with you. You know this not working for me.
And I think that's partially why the ways like some breakups be so hard, where they hate each other so much, because they already built that hate
During the relationship.
So then once the breakup happens, it's like, oh, I hate this. I hate him so much. And it's like, yeah, because you spent the last 4 years hating everything.
Yep.
And now it just built up to this grudge that you got inside yourself. And now every time you think about him, you like, so now you guys parted ways and you can't even have a conversation no more.
That's why I know married couples that do not like each other at all. You can be around them, you talk to them, and you just know they don't like each other. Like coworkers be like, man, you always on the phone. And I'm like, yeah. Because I like the fucking people in my life. What do you like? Man, I need a break from all of that. That's what I do when I'm here at work. You get a break from life at work?
Right.
Nigga.
Right.
I get a break from work at home in life. You coming to work to run from your reality?
That's backwards.
And you think that my shit backwards? My shit fucked up, but you coming to work to get away from your wife.
Yeah.
You don't talk to your wife and kids for 8 hours while you're at work, and this is your peace. Nigga, my peace is at my house. Like, yeah, we not the same.
Did you even want kids?
we not the same, bro. You miserable at home? Mm-mm.
Yeah, that's a whole different thing.
Yep. And that'd be relationships.
That'd be relationships.
And why is that? Why are you miserable at home?
Because you dislike who you with.
At home? This is your place of humble peace. Like, this is the place you go to get away from the noise, the nonsense. And you don't like it at home?
I knew a couple, I would go to their house and they would be in 2 separate rooms the whole time. One would be out here, the other one would be in there. I'd be like, where's she at? Oh, she in the back. I go in there. Oh, why ain't you out there? Give me that look like,
not fuck with him.
yeah, you know why I'm not.
Damn.
Dang, y'all can't even be in the same room together.
Bro, that is, man, that's nasty, dude.
Yeah.
It's nasty. And like, these are the relationships. And instead of just parting ways so both of y'all can be peaceful,
So hard for people.
you just sit it out, stake it out, ride it out, and motherfuckers just hate each other.
Then they be wondering why they can't have relationships like our friendships after relationships. I feel like if you part ways in a healthy way to where it's healthy for both of you guys can converse and you just know who this person is. It don't have to be hate.
Not one ex ever have I parted ways with where I hated them or they hated me.
Yeah.
I'm nigga, when shit going downhill,
I'm out.
ain't no going down with the shit for me. Ain't no going down with the shit for me. As soon as I see the iceberg, I'm like,
We don't even have to.
yeah, no.
Yeah.
Ain't gotta do that.
We don't have to do no extras. We could just go ahead and
Press
end it
brakes.
right here.
Press
Yeah.
the brakes. We both get out. we ain't gotta die. We ain't even gotta go through all that.
Nah, I feel it. You know what's crazy though is I try to fight for it a little bit. I try to fight for it to see what it is, what the issue is, and how, if there's a way to reconcile it. But if I don't see no way, then it's like, all right,
I'm there.
Yeah,
Definitely. I'm not just up and quitting. But what I'm talking about is after we have that.
Yeah.
What you talking about? And I can still see.
It's not. Yeah. Then it's like I gotta eject.
At that point, it's no longer a fight. Like that is desperation. You feel me? Like you already tried. You did the grown up thing, the mature thing, and it didn't work. And you still there. You're just like, maybe one day they're gonna come around. No, they're not.
They ain't never gonna come around at that point.
They're not coming around.
Yeah. They just gotta let it go. Why do you think it's hard for people to leave?
Starting over. The fear of a fresh start.
Mm-hmm.
The wasted time. I think more than anything, honestly. The fresh start and the wasted time. Nobody wants to feel like they spent 12 years with a person that they have no future with. How hard it is to do. Like, no, it's been you and this motherfucker for a decade. And just look at him and be like, At 30.
Yeah.
You're close to 30. You've been with them all your 20s. And you approaching this point in your life where like shit is about to change. And now you gonna go into the dating world with 3 kids.
Right.
You feel me? Like the likelihood and like you finding somebody who is okay with you and your 3 kids. You feel like that's harder to do than to stick this bullshit out.
Yeah. But you know what's crazy about that though is like when you think about wasted time and you just don't want to go through that, aren't you wasting more time?
Absolutely.
By staying?
Yes. But you know what? It started to seem like it's worth it. And I'm gonna speak from experience. I hung on to a relationship that should have died forever ago because of all the sacrifices that we made collectively to make it work.
Okay.
We had lost friends. You know, everybody had already rooted against us. We made it out. And I'm like, this has to work. Even when it wasn't working and I knew it couldn't.
Yeah.
I was like, nah. This got work, bro. Like I put too much into this.
Yeah.
We put too much into this. It has to work. And those are the relationships that you hold on to for dear life, and they should die.
Yeah.
They should have died. And you knew that. You knew that. She knew that. We knew that. And we held on just because we felt like we invested all of this time. Nobody want to waste that.
Yeah. And I think some people be thinking that it's maybe it can come back around. I think some people have those hopes like maybe it'll work itself out.
Yeah.
But it's like sometimes it won't.
You never got halfway through anything. And like the closer you got to the finish, you was like, this shit ain't it. But you finish it because you started it.
Yeah.
I want to say it's the same thing.
Yeah.
Outside of relationships, like just a building, like a thing where you like, I got to put this together. You put it together and you're like, this don't look like what it looked like.
Yeah.
You're going to put it together still.
But let me finish it.
Let me finish it. You start a puzzle and it's frustrating you. You don't want to stop doing the puzzle because you started doing the puzzle.
Yeah.
You're going to finish the fucking puzzle.
Yeah.
Even if you know that this motherfucker don't have it's a 100-piece puzzle. You count them, it got 98 pieces. Are you not going to do the puzzle because it don't have 98? Because it don't got 2 pieces? Or are you going to try to piece this puzzle together with the 2 pieces missing? That's what the fuck motherfuckers are doing in relationships. Like, you putting this puzzle together, this relationship, you put this shit together, you like, oh man, this motherfucker don't got all the pieces.
Dang, you didn't even have all the pieces.
Bro, you have all the pieces.
Let me put the rest of this together. And
I'm
look at
already
these
here.
missing pieces in
Like,
there. Yeah.
I'm already here. You knew you didn't have all the pieces. We talked about this shit. I asked you on the first date, did you have 100 pieces? And you knew you had 98. And you was like, nah, he's going to be all right.
That's hilarious.
She's going to be all right.
That is so true. I like that a lot. Shoot. Well, I mean, shoot, I think I already know what we taking away from this podcast. I know what you're going to say.
You got it, Suave.
What you want?
What do you want?
What do you want?
Find out what people want, man.
Facts.
If you don't find out nothing else, and I'm talking about like wholeheartedly, friendships, spouses, motherfucker, employers, find out what people want from you. And if you know that you do not have a desire to do the things that they want, exit.
Hit that eject
or
button.
give them the opportunity to exit. Tell them, no, I'm not that. I don't want to be that. I don't want to do that. And let them make a decision. Stop manipulating people.
Yes. Yes. Stop killing yourself staying in these relationships that you don't want to be in.
Mm-hmm.
We know that. Y'all were there. Killing yourselves, shooting yourselves in the head.
Trying to please people.
Yeah.
Please your damn self.
Yes. Put yourself first.
Put yourself. I think that was one of our messages on one of our.
Yeah. Well, we got to give it to y'all again.
We always got to give the same messages.
Yep.
It always end up,
here.
whatever it is, it come back to like transparency.
Yep.
Honesty.
Putting yourself first.
Putting yourself first. I think those, like, out of all the topics we ever dive into, transparency, honest, put yourself first.
Yeah.
Those three things, I'm talking about smooth life.
Always coming back around.
Mm-hmm.
Always. Because that's what we, and what is it too? Preferences? Talk about preferences a lot too.
Mm-hmm.
Like letting people have different views.
Perspectives.
Yeah. Different perspectives.
Perspectives, man. I think that's probably the basis of everything me and you talk about.
Yeah.
Perception. Perspective. Honestly.
True.
Every topic that me and you talk about. And Keontae, man. Bro, Keontae, man, if you watching this episode, bro, shout out to you, man. I'm gonna have to start talking to you on a personal level.
Yeah.
That man, his brain, like, it's open. And I can always appreciate that. That's why I love talking to you. Because it's just always open, man.
Yeah.
Ain't no like one track mind or one tunnel vision on nothing unless it's like moral bullshit.
Yeah. And being able to listen like that, in that sense, I feel like it's a good conversation. Like, for example, the whole thing we just had on relationships, and you was like, would you tell somebody how you feel about relationships in the beginning? I would have never thought you was gonna take it to where you took it, but when you took it, I was like, oh dang, I understand that. It makes so much sense. Yep. Even though I probably wouldn't do it that way, just because that's how I'm accustomed to doing it.
Give them everything the way I do it. Everything they need to manipulate you.
But I never knew that, and I was like, dang, that's so good.
But this the problem is you have to deal with manipulators. You have to go through like bullshit in order to even come to like my realization.
Yeah.
So if you never dealt with a person who just completely chameleon themselves based on what you told them when y'all met, you would never come to the conclusion that I came with.
Yeah.
I've learned that from experience. I've seen motherfuckers, I tell them I don't want this or I want this, and they like, I'm all of that.
Molded themselves into something, and then you start seeing the little cracks in the...
Oh, you was lying. Oh, this gold plated. I didn't ask for this. I told you I wanted a 10-karat Cuban link chain, and you went and got me a gold plated one. You said
went over there and painted yourself,
but it's gold.
Yeah, it looked the part,
and that's it. It looked the part. It's shiny shit.
Yeah, that's crazy. Nah, but we appreciate you guys, man. As always, thank you guys for tapping in, sticking with us on another episode. And you already know, as always, I'm gonna say the whole thing. Make sure to like our stuff, share the videos. We on everything. We on Anchor. We on TikTok. We on Facebook. We on Instagram. We on
anywhere you need it, man.
Yeah,
anywhere you got, I guarantee you find us.
YouTube, you'll find us. Spotify, you will find us. So yeah, just check out one of the videos, like it, share it, comment, all that stuff. It means the world to us because you keep supporting. So we love it. Appreciate you guys, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.